I have been super busy. I've been work an awful lot. Boo. And that's just, I've barely had any time these last 3 weeks to do anything, which is not great, but. And hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This podcast I started 3 years ago to chronicle me starting stand up. This podcast is a weekly podcast. It comes out once a week, and this is just a small little introduction video into the podcast. So down below in the description of each episode, you can go to my Linktree and find links to everything connected to me. This podcast is available on YouTube, which you're watching it on right now, and also on Spotify. But yeah, that is just a small introduction into this podcast and everything that goes along with it. Hello, welcome to Al Talks presents Heavy Metal Memories. This is episodes. Well, yes, it's episode. Been late because I have been super busy. I've been work an awful lot. Boo. And that's just, I've barely had any time these last 3 weeks to do anything, which is not great, but. And what else? Oh, yes. So, 2 episodes that I want to talk about. I think I've mentioned them in which episode? The comedy anniversary episode. Or I don't really remember this day, it's been a while. But yes, this is a Heavy Metal Memories episode where I talk about going to see AC/DC. Show you it's a super cool t-shirt that I got at the concert. It was it was an event specific t-shirt, which was great. So how was AC/DC? It was great. AC/DC was great. The only problems was, well, there was a couple of problems. Before AC/DC started playing, the venue was in Crow Park. I had never, what the venue was. The concert was in Crow Park. That was the name of the venue. I've never been there. It's a GAA match. GAA is a sport that was invented in Ireland along in the 19th century by a man called Douglas Hyde. I think it was Douglas Hyde. And it is basically, how do I explain it? You play the sport like there's like a sort of football, and you use your hands to play the sport. It's it's very unique sport, native to Ireland, and so the venue, like, it seats like 85,000 people or something. It's huge. It's the biggest venue I've ever been to in my life. And if you've been watching the channel the last couple of weeks, I've been over time since the gig. I've been uploading a couple of videos from the show just to give you the scale of the venue and stuff. It is massive. So I was in section 729. I was on the very top floor. It was like, I think, 7 or 8 floors. And now, like I said, I've never been there, so that's why there was the confusion initially. I had gone into, my row was like X23. Now, there's stairs leading up to the top, like there's obviously the stairs leading all the way up, but it's split by a barrier. And I didn't realize, because I had walked into the kind of hall doorway thing for X20 or 7 section 729. So I'm going up top, looking for X. So, but on the way up, I had crossed the barrier to the other side on the stairs. So I got to X and I sat in my seat. It was empty, obviously, because my seat. So I'm sitting there listening to the sport act Pretty Reckless, who, to be honest, like, they were okay. A lot of people liked them, but I felt the lead singer was very kind of cheerleady for AC/DC, because every couple of minutes, I suppose she was being grateful, but it felt really, I don't know why it felt weird, but it was just, I don't know, it was strange. I realized this is very loud. and it was just, I don't know. So it was didn't I enjoy them, to be honest. And then once they stop playing, this couple comes over and goes, "I think you're in our seat." I was like, "No, no, no," because like, "Show me your ticket." And he goes, I'm whatever, section 729, X23. And he's like, "Well, so am I." I go, "Look, but I don't know what's going on, but this section 729." He's like, "Okay." So they go off. I go off as well to get food, and I come back, and then he's like, the couple comes back and is like, "No, I think you are in our seat." So it's like, "Okay, look, I'll go talk to one of the stewards, see what's going on." So I'll go down to one of the stewards. He brings me back up to the section, but now this time he's leading me to the right. Because, like I said, I had crossed, like I said, there's a barrier on the stairs, so I had gone over to the other side because there's people walking down. And then I realized that X row 23 is present on both sides, because the section I had sat in was 728 X23, not 729. Even though I had walked into it, it was just like, it's not labeled, it's not explained properly. So that was confusing. That was a kind of big confusing bit. So once that was sorted, that was fine. And then AC/DC started playing. The second song they played was Back in Black. And then the fourth song was Thunderstruck. I mean, I could have just walked out of Crow Park there and then. I was like, I'm happy. But then they continued playing more of their classics, some of their new stuff. I haven't listened to their new album, to be honest, before the gig. I still haven't listened to it now, but I mean, it was kind of maybe 5 or 6 songs. Technical gremlins started to crop up. Brian Johnson was talking to the mic, and like the battery pack thing wasn't connecting to the rest of the hardware. And then his ear monitors that he was wearing were kind of playing up, and he couldn't hear the rest of the band. It was kind of towards the like Brian Johnson and Angus Young were very, very energetic. Angus Young, despite being 69 years of age, still running around the place like he was a young man. Brian Johnson in his late 70s at this stage. And it was towards the end of the show, Brian was just kind of lead. There was like a backstage, like not backstage, it was like a raised section in the back where they had like these 4 cannons wheeled out for the end of the show that kind of sounded off blasts, and smoke came out, and then fireworks towards the end. I think I uploaded that clip already to YouTube, so if you go to my shorts, you'll see it there. And what was I going to say? So yeah, so technical issues. It was like between songs, he was going off to the side and having arguments with the tech guys, which is understandable. Like there's 82,000 people. It's the final show of their tour. You want everything to work properly. It's AC/DC is a massive band, and it's understandable. His frustration was understandable, especially when he was trying to address the crowd, talk to us. And you could see, because there was 2 big screens up, so everyone around the stadium could see, and like you would see, like, you obviously on the video you see him talking, but no sound came on the microphone. It was just very, very bad. Wasn't great, to be honest. It was kind of annoying, which is why I said I understand his frustration. I'm pretty sure somebody might have gotten fired over that, but that was kind of the only bad thing about the gig. But other than that, fantastic. Really, really enjoyed myself. They've been a bucket list band to see. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Oh yes, the one kind of funny bit. When the merch line for this was, as you can imagine, 82,000 people. It was quite extensive, but after I had bought my t-shirt, I was walking out. There was a couple there. And the guy said to me, goes, "Oh, I'll buy that t-shirt off you." I was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem. 1 Bitcoin." And then he started laughing. I was like, "Have you seen the price of Bitcoin now?" At the time, obviously Bitcoin prices change all the time. But back then, I think it was like 52,000 euro for one. So I was like, the guy started laughing. I was like, I was being deadly serious there. But anyway. What do I want to say? Yes, like I said, sorry about the delay in the... Also, I think in the last video there was audio issues. I have looked at stuff here. I don't know what's going on. Some people were saying that it might be that the audio is recording off the webcam, but I don't have it set to that. I only have it set to record or pick up audio from only this. So I don't know. So hopefully this is alright. Because I have, like I said before, audio issues have always been a problem for me on this podcast, and a while back I thought I solved it, but apparently not. So we don't know what's going on. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I will be releasing, because I have another episode that I'm going to record after this, kind of a backlog episode. I'll probably release two this. Well, I'm aiming to release two this week. So if you watch this one, there'll be another one this week at some stage. I'm gonna aim for Tuesday and Thursday this week, 2 episodes, just to catch up on the backlog. And well, the backlog at this stage is 3 weeks, but anyway, so I'll at least try and get 2 out this week. So that was that. AC/DC, a fantastic band to see live, very energetic. Unfortunate technical gremlins, but what can you do? And I think that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm going to record another episode after this, so I'll talk about other things in that episode. But yeah, this is another Heavy Metal Memories episode, signing off. As per usual, all the links down below to all my stuff and other people's stuff that I like and enjoy. You can support me and all the other people down below, comedians, fellow podcasters, fellow funny people, and people who helped this podcast in the past, like my friend Joshua, who gave me technical advice and support back in the day when I had no idea what was going on, and Gary Muller for designing the deadly graphics that I have. But that is it for this Heavy Metal Memories episode. It was good to make one, because I have not done, well, I haven't been to gigs, so there's no Heavy Metal Memories to speak of. Wasn't making any. But yeah, that's it. And thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I shall see you all next week. Bye bye.